people. So, how important do you think it is to add playfulness to a company culture?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. One of the first things that I did when I finally arrived at my branding creative on purpose is I wanted to have a very clear definition of, what those two things mean. And so for me, creativity is a simple human act of making change happen. And when I think about, the clients that I work with, oftentimes they are people who have kind of had their creativity, um, they're disconnected from their creativity. It's been
Mm,
stripped from them by institutional schooling and occupation. And, what a crying shame, because we were born creative creatures. I mean, I think
hmm.
there's three defining characteristics of being human. We are inherently social creature. We are born to work with and for and care for each other. We are inherently conscious creatures capable of reasonable reason and rational thought. Not that we act reasonably and rationally all the time. We certainly don't. But and we're creative creatures. We're creatures that solve interesting problems, and we often do that in collaboration as conscious creatures. And so, when you are a child and you decide that it's time to start walking, you don't have a conversation with your imposter about whether or not you're worthy of being a walker, or you don't take an online course or go to YouTube for videos about how to walk. You see these people doing this walking thing and you think that looks pretty cool. It might be a way to get to the cookie jar. So you stand up and fall down and stand up and fall down and stand up and stay up and take a step and fall down and on and on and on. But there is a lot of laughter, the occasional bumper bruise, and and it's an immersive, joyous experience, and it's playful,
Hmm.
and you can still get something really important done. I mean, if you think about the things that you learn to do first in life in terms of talking, walking, reading, writing, riding a bike, these are impossible things, and you do them with very little instruction. Hopefully you grew up in a home where you got lots of encouragement, but we are creative beings, and so I think playfulness is a crucial part of that. Natalie Nixon has a great frame for creativity where she says it's toggling back and forth between wonder and rigor. And I
Mm.
think the walking example, refers to that. But doing challenging things doesn't have to doesn't mean you have to have a frown on your face, or just chin up and persevering through hardship. I think uh, all challenging work can be done with joy, and that's probably informed by my lifelong interest and love of Stoic philosophy in part. But I think long before I knew what Stoic philosophy was and how to live joyfully through all of life's challenges, I always believed that it's supposed to be fun. And I remind myself of that every day, and I remind my clients and the students in the Incubo workshops and everywhere I go. It's supposed to be fun. I think it's supposed to be fun.